Okay, so what we're going to start off with is pushing back the cuticle, just gently. Then we're going to take a buffer, and we're going to just remove the shine. We're going to pay attention to the very back area where the cuticle is first, because that is the most important area. We want to make sure that there's no dry skin there, and that way we won't get any lifting. And we're just going to follow through and remove the shine off the whole nail. And make sure we remove all the oils and dust that's left on the nail. It's nice and clean. And we're going to go into protein bonding the very tip of the nail. We're going to apply it to just the very tip of the nail. Otherwise, if you want to soak or remove the gel polish in acetone, it's not going to remove very easily. This way it's just secured to the very tip. That's going to make sure that we have no lifting, no chipping from the natural nail at the very tip, but it'll remove very easily in acetone in 2 weeks. After that, we're going to go into our base layer, and we're going to put a very thin layer on. Now this is where a lot of people get confused, because they're putting it on so extremely thin that it's skipping along the nail. I'm putting a thin layer, but it's a nice full coverage layer. That way I know that there's not going to be any gel polish color laying on top of the natural nail, that the natural nail is completely covered and protected by the base gel. After that, we're going to go ahead and put her in the light. And the cure time for the base is about a minute. Usually what we do is, if you work with 2 lights, you can be working on the one hand, cure it in the light, and then be working on the other hand. As soon as you're done with this hand, you just switch. It takes you about a minute to apply the base. So again, we're going to put a nice thin layer on, but where it has a nice, good coverage. It's not skipping along the nail. I'm going to give her, usually you do your gel polish in 2 to 3 coats, just like you would a polish. So we have our first layer. And again, we're just going to have her stick her hand in the light. Again, we're going to have her pull out. We're going to do our second coat. Making sure we get everything nice and even. I'm going to put her in the light. Okay. So now we have a nice sticky surface to the nail. We can take our glitter mix. We have 3 different golds mixed into here. We're going to take it, and I'm just going to use a cheap eyeshadow makeup brush, and I'm going to dip it into the glitter and tap it on the nail. Dip it in the glitter, tap it on the nail. Dip and tap. By dipping and tapping, what this does is it keeps your brush from getting the sticky layer on the brush and having problems removing it. After we've done that, we take our finger and we're just going to lightly press, flattening out the glitter. As you can see, it starts to get more of a totally chromed out look. Once that's done, we're going to take our top coat and we're going to put it right over the top of the pressed glitter. Okay. So after it comes out of the light, it's still going to have that sticky layer on it from the top coat. So we're just going to take our cleanser and remove that sticky layer from it. If you want a more intense glitter look, you can do, before you swipe the sticky layer off, you can go ahead and glitter press again and gives it more dimension, more glitter, and cure it out and then do your top coat over that. We're just going to take our 240 file, just make sure the sides are nice and smooth, come in, and then oil our customers.